Cheers, guys.
Hi, everyone.
So this is Friday, and LH Crypto again is coming with its weekly investment analysis.
Nothing new about crypto.
And nothing new about another altcoin.
And nothing new about Arizona and marijuana-oriented stablecoin.
Although news on USD.
Also MasterCard, Amazon.
And a couple of shares investment advice of the week.
We're starting from Bitcoin. Last week, Bitcoin was pretty low at 9,500, but since then it was going up and overcoming this psychological level of 10,000, and now it's crawling up again, and probably it's a nice time to buy it, and just as Ethereum and Litecoin.
Yep, well, Litecoin is hovering around 91, 93 these days, and well, it actually slipped to the 5th place in the global cryptocurrency market rating. So now in the 4th place is Bitcoin Cash. The overall capitalization of Litecoin is now 5.7 billion, and well, the daily trading volume surpassed 2 billion. Well, not that successful results, and analysts agree that investors and traders may be greatly disappointed with Litecoin performance.
Oh.
Yeah, although pattern shows the balance between going up and going down, so well, it's indicating that the price will, if the price slips to 84, so nothing will hold Litecoin from falling to the support bullish line of 69, which is too low comparing to now.
It's not related to our trading in LH Crypto, but I thought it's nice that in Arizona they are starting a new coin, marijuana-oriented stable coin, because all the marijuana licensed marijuana providers and vendors, yeah, they'll be united in one network and will manage to see where the funds come and go from. And yeah, I thought it's just nice. That's it.
Well, meanwhile, someone is smoking cryptocurrencies. A study by SSRS, well, the name says nothing, but it is a US-based multi-focused research company, showed that just 4% among over 1,000 respondents and investors prefer to invest in cryptocurrency as in the asset profitable in the long term, while real estate is still at the first place with 31% of respondents and precious metal with 11. Not that surprising data, as well as not that joyous for cryptocurrency. However, Fidelity survey showed that 22% of institutional investors already invest in cryptocurrency. Well, and this positive news for Bitcoin and Litecoin, wherever they are now, so we'll see.
The main news of the previous week was USD basis point cut, and by 25, yeah. And actually, I read usually a point cut means that USD goes down and shares go up, and now nothing like that. Like, why?
Surprise, surprise.
Oh.
Well, that's market, babe. Well, the point is, just like they say, that just only 73% of investors estimated probability of 25 basis point rate cut, but still there were 26.1 of them who expected 50 basis point cut. And well, just after they announced the 25% basis point, and Mr. Powell said that there are certain signals, or at least they want us to think that there are signals that the Federal Reserve does not believe in worse for US economy in mid-term and long-term, and that, just quote, current rate decision is not a start of a lengthy cutting cycle. Why not a signal of the strengthening USD?
Crude oil, actually, maybe all those 26% you mentioned were the supporters of crude oil, and now they expected more aggressive cuts, and now with 25, they actually had oil prices go down after the 5-day rally. So yeah, there's some bad news from this cut too. Well, okay, but
yeah, there are positive news on the stock market. So,
we'll switch to them.
Yeah, here comes this best investment in stocks advice of the week from Andre and Catherine. why don't we tweet a little bit now? So the point is that on July 26th, after the announcement of second quarter 2019 revenues, Twitter shares jumped almost 9.5% up from 38 USD per share to over 42 USD per share. And the results were just better than expected. Net earnings grew 8 times, diluted earnings were 0.21 USD higher than expected by analysts, and revenues went up by 18.14% while comparing to the same period of the previous year. So advertising revenues reached over 700 million USD, and well, the revenue in US, the main market, grew 29%. All this shows the market, the company is heading in the right direction in efforts, quote, to upgrade user experience with emphasis on conversations rather than engagement metrics such as likes and retweets. And well, Twitter shares almost reached their historic all-time high peak of 46, and well, they're not about to stop.
I have good news from MasterCard, and it's also, well, maybe not short-term, but maybe medium-term investment. So they also released their reports, and they also had like huge success. Yeah, it was like 30% more than last year for the for both the second quarter and the first half of the year. So yeah, they got 2 billion USD in only the second quarter, and well, what else did you expect from one of the two giants?
It's not only USD which demonstrates, well, the unreasonable behavior and attitude towards news. Procter & Gamble, a world-renowned domestic chemicals manufacturer and one of the oldest company of its kind, reported 5.24 billion USD of net losses in the second quarter, while its shares price went up to the record high of 116 USD per share. Why so? Well, the devil is in details, just as usual. The point is that, well, actually, revenues of the company, well, have grossed a record 17 billion too, which is higher for about $500 million than estimates by analysts. Well, that was an answer of the company to higher transportations and raw materials costs, which are growing from year to year, but they still managed to keep their customers and their revenues too. So why is the loss? Well, the company said that it's all Gillette to blame. And the point is that, well, the old school brand they just had to make a short write-off of 8 billion of this brand value just because, well, for 11th quarter, subsequent quarter, the world is shaving less, and thus the brand of Gillette is getting cheaper, and so this was just non-cash write-off. So just digits, nothing really important, they say. But what I'm thinking is that fashion of lumber sexuality and so on and so forth will finally come to an end, and so the pendulum will swing to an opposite side, and so the brand will grow sometime, and no need of any write-offs will occur in the nearest future. So consider it as your long-term investment, because we all use domestic chemicals in this or that way.
This day or another. Well, I also have news about like unexpected moves of the market with Amazon, which had very good results, like really good. And in the first half of 2019, their profits grew by 50% and amounted to 6.1 billion USD. But it was not enough for analysts. It was so in the second quarter it was 2.6 billion USD, but they had expected 2.8, and they said, "Whoa, you're not good enough, Amazon," and the stocks went down, the rates went down, which is a nice moment if you believe in Amazon, like we do. It might be a good moment to buy them.
This is enough for today.
Yep.
And we hope that the next week will be full of really exciting news we could talk about. Otherwise, we would talk about knitting and steaks and barbecue.
And my trip to Finland.
Yep, and the rest of stuff like that. So have a great weekend. So may the profit be with you. Cheers.
Bye.